your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.
Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I know lately I've been posting a lot of gardening videos, but today I wanted to talk about a little bit something different. I wanted to just say that I, Alexis, finally passed anatomy and physiology 1. Oh my God. That class was the death of me. When I tell you I struggled not only 1 time but 2 times in that class, I failed it the first 2 times. I wouldn't consider it like bombing, like failing that bitch, because I did pass them both times with a C. In my school, you need at least a B in both of those classes to get into the nursing program. So even though I technically passed it with a C, I need a B to get into the class. So I had to retake it not once, but twice, but 3 times. I originally signed up for college in 2021, a year after COVID happened. I always wanted to go back to college after high school. I never really had the time in my personal life to make it fit. But after COVID and everything basically shut down, there was nothing else to really do with life. So I decided, why not go back to school and actually use this time to get a degree in something. That way, in a couple years from now, I can live good and comfortable and nice and provide my family a good life that my kids deserve. So in 2021, I started going to college, but I did not enroll into college for nursing then. I originally enrolled into college for education, but that just did not work out for me. Number 1, not only did I realize that this new generation of kids are actually not the best kids to want to teach, but I just don't think that I have patience right now to handle other people's children when my own children still kind of irritate me a little bit. The idea of healthcare, though, wasn't something that was so far off from me. When I was in high school, I did volunteer in the local hospital just because it was something that I actually really enjoyed doing after school. I really looked forward to going. Plus, I did get to hang out with my friends there. That was also a plus. But I just really love being in the hospital, helping out as much as I could, whenever I could, even if it was to help run labs or help transport a patient from, their room to get a CT scan, or even with helping wheel out moms and babies after they already did their stay in the hospital to their cars. So, I really did enjoy doing all those little things, and it made me want to be more involved in healthcare. So after high school, I actually enrolled into I enrolled into an STNA course, and I think maybe it was 7 weeks. I paid $800, I want to say, for that course. I got my certification, and then I worked in a nursing home after that, which I think was my biggest mistake. Nursing homes could be good for you if you think that you fit in a nursing home. Great. Not for me at all. I just didn't feel I just didn't feel supported when I used to work in the nursing homes. I mean, I understand that I have my own duties. My coworkers have their duties. The nurses, they have their duties. But at the end of the day, our main goal is to take care of, the same residents. So I feel like supporting each other and helping one another is a big part of making sure everything functions correctly. And that never happened for me. So that kind of gave me my first sour taste of healthcare. But I didn't let it stop me, especially seeing my little sister. She already went through the whole nursing school graduation, and now I want to say she's been a nurse for 4 or 5 years now. So watching her go through everything, it truly inspired me to not only switch my major from education to nursing halfway through my degree, it also, it just gave me more insight. I never had any friends. Rude. I never had friends that worked in healthcare, so seeing my sister go through it and listening to her experiences, it was honestly really refreshing to, hear that it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be after my experiences in the nursing home. She said working in the hospital, at least for her, was way better. It's a way better of an experience. And I mean, I kind of agree. Right now, I work in the hospital as a behavioral observer. I don't get to do too much. If you know the duties of a behavioral observer or a sitter, like we like to call them in the hospital, then you know I don't really do too much. But I do love like seeing how the nurses help the PCNAs and how everybody there really flows together as a team, at least in my hospital. I really love my hospital. Also, I feel like the main thing that really held me back from doing nursing in the very beginning was my own fears of failure. I am not the smartest person when it comes to math, science, social studies, even though I know you don't have to really worry about social studies for nursing, but math and science, I'm not that good in. Like, I never was good in it, not even in high school, middle school, elementary school. I sucked at it. Every year I sucked harder than the last year. I pushed it aside and I really told myself, I said, you know what? You're older now. You're more mature. You're more wiser. You're able now to sit down and focus on something that you actually really want. I realized I never really wanted to be in school when I was in high school. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be there. But knowing that this is something that I actually want to do, it makes you have more motivation and strive working towards your goals. So I just said, fuck that. I didn't let those little fears of math and science stop me. And honestly, the first year of nursing school, it was honestly easy. Going through my prereqs, a lot of my prereqs transferred from education over to when I transferred to nursing. And the prereqs that didn't transfer that I needed to take, they were not too bad. I passed them all until I got to this class, anatomy and physiology. Now that right there, I wasn't prepared. I did not expect it to be that hard, especially since I took biology, human biology. You would think that human biology and anatomy and physiology would go hand in hand together. And I mean, it kind of does, but not enough for you to like think you're gonna pass A&P because you passed biology. I mean, I really thought that it was gonna be a piece of cake, but it truly was the hardest class I think I took so far. Like I mentioned earlier, I did have to retake this class 3 times, and it kind of disheartened me and it made me feel a little bit insecure because I kind of psyched myself. Like, if I failed it twice, what made me think that the 3rd time I would do any better? But everybody in my life said, well, you already took it 2 times. You already know the information twice. How can you fail it the 3rd time when you already been sitting there for 2 semesters absorbing the same information over and over again? So I'm like, you know what? Let me really sit back and think about how I failed and like what I did that truly just wasn't working for me. And I came up actually with 5 different things that I learned that I want to tell you, so that way you don't have to struggle the same way that I did. The very first thing that I learned that I fucked up with the first 2 times taking this class was I did not do research on my professors. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Rate My Professor, but I promise you, if your school is listed on Rate My Professor, put in your institution, look up any professor who you are considering enrolling into their class, and then look at their rating scale. I mean, you judge it based on how you want to judge it, but I mean, it'll let you know how their teaching style is, how their personality was, the material, if it helped people, if it didn't help people. And the first 2 times, I actually never really put my professors in there. Didn't even know that was the website until the 3rd time I took the class. Well, actually, thank God I knew about it the 3rd time. So when it came around for me to enroll into the class again for the 3rd time, I looked at every professor who was offering that course and I inputted their name in Rate My Professor. So the professors I chose a different one for lab and a different one for lecture. It just happened to work out that way, but thank God that these 2 professors communicated with each other, so that way the lab and the lecture actually synced up. Because I took classes before that they weren't synchronized, and I didn't really like that. The fact that lab and lecture was synced up really helped a lot. Both of these professors had really good ratings. I want to say one was like 4 out of 5, the other one was 4.5 out of 5. So going based on that, and then going based on the comments that other students had made towards these professors, it really made me want to register for their class. I just felt like my other professors, they wanted you to know too much information, and I feel like knowing too much information, at least for me, that's not good. That's not how I study. I can't learn that way. I feel like I'm overloaded with too much information, and then when it comes for me to like output everything I just learned, I get all jumbled and fried and wired, and I can't learn like that. Well, thank God, rate my professors, which I don't have sponsorships. I'm not that popular. But I mean, that was honestly a lifesaver, knowing about that website. The second thing that really helped me pass this class was making friends. Now, I know that sounds weird, but I never really talked to people in my first 2 courses, just because I'm really like shy when I'm meeting new people. And I don't know, especially since I'm like the oldest person sometimes in class, since I waited so long to go back to college. I wanted this, this year is my 10-year anniversary from high school. That's freaking crazy, dude. So sometimes I just feel like weird. I don't know. That's my own personal problems. But this semester, I actually made friends who wanted all of us to succeed, which is the end goal, right? We all are here to have good careers. We want to pass. We all want to pass. So why not help each other? When I'm struggling, they were there to hold me down. When they were struggling, I was there with the knowledge and the information that they needed. And it was just so great. Our group chat stayed lit. We were constantly helping each other, constantly answering each other's questions, sending each other homework answers. And honestly, this semester, those girls were my rock. We made sure that we got study groups together, especially like the same week of exams. We were constantly studying with each other, and we did not end the study group until we were all familiar with everything, until we were able to point out on models where things were located. Like we rode hard as fuck for each other, and I love those bitches. I truly hope that they have the most success in their life. The third thing that was really helpful for me was getting a Quizlet membership. Now, using the free version of Quizlet is honestly nice, but I just wanted to pay for the membership because I wanted to see what else I could unlock, and I really liked it. So my professors this time around, they made really good study guides for us when it came for exams, and I like to take those study guides and input them into Quizlet and make my own little flashcards, model sheets, everything. I loved it. I studied on there a lot. I love how it like kept track of your streak of studying. It motivates you a little bit to want to do more. Not only Quizlet though. Quizlet was pretty good. But another thing that leads me into my fourth thing that I really loved, this is mainly aimed towards lab. Sorry, I can't talk right. But if you're in lab, you know that when it comes for exams, you basically, I don't know if this is how everybody's, school is, but at least for mine, when it came for our lab exams, our professor would just have models around the whole entire room. And you would have a blank piece of paper, and everybody walks around to each model answering whatever she labeled onto the model. And I don't know, just the way that my brain works, my memory works, it's hard for me to like remember things. So what truly helped me was just going on Google and typing whatever we were learning that week and then putting modeling quizzes next to it. For example, if we were learning about the endocrine system, I would type in endocrine model labeled quizzes. And a lot of nice things came up, and it would basically have like the structure there and the functions and match. It was all basically just like a big matching game. And I would do many of them all over and over and over and over again until I was able to like remember by just looking at whatever word they were telling me to match with the location. I would just keep doing it over and over and over again until I was able to just, do it off the top of my head. That That right there was the game changer. Especially nights before exams, I would be on those labeling quizzes websites all night. My last thing, which it should be pretty obvious, but for someone who never really liked studying, I never really put a lot of time into it, and I think that's one of the major reasons that I didn't pass with a B the first 2 times I took this class. And I made sure that this time around I put in that schoolwork, and I studied and studied and studied until I couldn't even keep my hand gripped tight holding the pen, taking notes and everything. I'm very thankful also that the job that I'm working, again, I'm a sitter, so you know what I do is in the title. I sit, I'm a sitter. And I'm very thankful that I have this job because I'm able to, honestly, I work night shifts. Since I work night shifts, it's so much easier for me while the patient is sleeping to sit there and put in 4 to 8 hours of study time anyway. So I would pick up extra shifts, I'm not gonna lie, because it was easier to always study at work than it is to study at home with your kids always being up your ass. So it was so much easier to study at work. And I want to say, like, those 4 to 8 hours of studying, and I'm not going to say it was consistent studying, obviously, because I'm also at work. I have a job to do in between that. But that really helped me a lot. And I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy I passed this class and I don't have to take it again. And now I can keep going on and on and on. And I don't feel like as much of a failure as I did in the beginning of taking, of starting this nursing journey. And my summer classes are starting soon because I want to hurry up. So I'm taking a class in the summer to speed along this process. And then I'm taking my introduction to nursing course next fall. Well, this fall. So I can't wait. I'm so happy. And guess what? I applied for a nurse internship job at my hospital that I'm already working at, and I got that too. So I'm just happy. I feel like everything is slowly starting to fall into place with this new job that's starting soon. And finally passing this class, I truly feel on top of the world. Like, I don't feel stuck. I don't feel stagnant anymore. I truly feel like I'm moving forward. And I could cry, I'm not, but I could, because I'm just that happy. You have no idea how much weight is lifted off my shoulders. I don't have to stress about this class anymore. I mean, I know I still have to do A&P 2, but I heard A&P 2 is way easier than A&P 1, so I'm really hoping that it is. I'm happy, I'm excited, I can't wait to continue this journey. Let's see how everything goes. I wanted to say, my score that I ended up passing the class with was a 92%. So being able to hold an A the whole semester when the first 2 times I tried taking this class, I completely failed it. Holding on to an A the whole time, man, I feel so happy. I feel so proud of myself. You're watching a nurse in the making right now. Can't wait. But if you're currently taking A&P 1 right now and you're struggling just like how I did, do not worry. If you guys keep busting your ass and putting in the effort, you will eventually get there. I mean, look at me. I had to take it 3 times to even make it anywhere. So don't doubt yourself. It's hard. We all know it's hard, but keep pushing forward. I wish you guys the most luck in your journey if you are also in nursing school. I hope everyone the most success in their careers. And if you want to keep following me on my nursing journey, let me know. Maybe I'll take you guys with me on my first day of the summer semester. So if you want to hear more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe. I just want to get 500 subscribers. If you know, you know, I want 500 subscribers. But if you like more videos like this, let me know. I'll make them. Even if you don't like them, I'm still gonna make them for myself so I can look back at them when I graduate and see everything that I had to go through and overcome and achieve. Thank you for staying all the way to the end of this video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.